Thomas, it's up for grabs now! Thomas!
Magic ball from Bergkamp to Patrick Vieira!
Oh, would you believe it? Oh, right, what a way to get it!
Fabulous solo goal by pierre-emerick.
So, here we are. Good evening, everyone. Hope your fucking Friday's great, because mine isn't. This is the Arsenal Lounge. I'm Lavanja, Shaheen. Fucking hell. You know what? Like, let's just get straight to the chase. Like, what we're going to do first, we're going to touch on the game. Me and Shaheen are going to run through our thoughts, and then we're going to just open it up to everybody. You want to come on here, have your say about what you've just seen, because what I've just seen is a pile of shit. How you doing, Shaheen? You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I was expecting this, so I'm not as angry as you are.
What? You was expecting us to lose 2-0?
I was not 2-0, but I was expecting us to lose. And the prediction, do you remember? I said it's a 1-1 draw. It's just that I didn't want to say I expect us to lose. I wanted to have this positive thing in my head.
No. Let's be honest. Offline, you told me you thought we were going to lose. Yes. I'm going to say it straight. Right, let's just look at the lineups very quickly, yeah? So, to start off in our team, we had Leno, Tierney, White, Chambers, Mari, Xhaka, Lokonga, Smith Rowe, Pepe, Martinelli, and Bellerin. Bellerin up front, in the middle, with Pepe and Martinelli either side. Brentford had Raya, Henry, Pinnock, Janssen, Iron, Norgard, Canos, Janelt, Onyeka, and Buama and Tony. If you tell me you know any of those, maybe outside of Tony, who I've heard about, you be chatting shit if you ask my opinion, unless you're a football connoisseur.
No, I know one guy, but he was on the bench because
he's
a Willian international.
Oh, right. Do you have a Iranian international?
He was on the bench.
Don't even go there, man.
No, but listen, what I'll do, I'll give you some positives and negatives.
What? Okay. You're going to give me some positives from this?
Yeah, the positives was Smith Rowe second half and Tierney.
Yeah, I liked Lokonga. I think Lokonga, it was our best midfielder, if you ask my opinion.
Listen, Lokonga, he didn't do anything wrong, right? He made a few nice passes, but that was about it. I know me and you had a real conversation, and you said, "Oh, Xhaka," but I don't think Xhaka wasn't our worst player today.
Really?
Yeah.
Listen,
I don't think he did much wrong, but it was worse than that, right? To start with, the manager was worse than the whole lot of them. But
so why don't we go through the game? Why don't we go through the game, bro?
Yeah, this is the negatives, the positives I'm going to give you. Okay. Tonight, right? Ben White did not look like a £50 million player. He was bullied in the air by the forward that was playing, and apparently they know each other from before, so he should have done better. Leno, not great. For the second goal, I don't know if you watched it on the replay. Did you see that guy? He just walked through our defense and he went in front of Leno and he just blocked him. That's it. Nobody didn't even... Mari, what are you doing? So, listen, for everybody who was having a fit about Balogun, you can see now why he wasn't starting game. He's short for Premier League. He needs to go out on loan and play.
I think it's harsh to judge Balogun like that. Let me explain.
I'm not judging him. Wait. He looked short.
All right, so let's break the game down, right? Because we started off in a certain way. We looked like we had a bit of possession. It was all looking all right, and then suddenly we started to look a bit weak. And do you know what? For me, we're always weak on that right-hand side, Shaheen. Always. How many seasons have we been weak on that right-hand side? It was so easy. First, we should have cleared that ball. A couple of times we had a chance to clear that ball. And then Chambers just lets the guy cut in and shoot like that. Then you can also question Leno on the near post. I was hearing all this crap about, it was going through the player's legs and all that stuff, so it's difficult. But the goalie's job is to cover his near post regardless.
That was a proper pacey shot, right?
Man, it was too easy, Shaheen.
No, I don't think... Listen, it was too easy for him to take the shot. But
Chambers shouldn't have let him cut in like that.
I would not blame Leno for that goal.
I'm not blaming him, but it's a catalogue of things you could look at.
It's nothing to do with Leno. It's just he shouldn't have just gone through a Listen. Point being, right, we're worse than last season. Okay? We got bullied in the air today, right? We're short on midfield. We're short on defense. We're short playing up front. To me, I don't know. You know, they could be ill, these lacazette and aubameyang, but he looks a little bit strange. That both of them ill before the game. Pictures coming out, they were okay. But let's just, for argument's sake, let's say they were ill. Right? I hope that these guys will see this today and will see like we're very, very short for the season. We're not ready. We need at least 2 or 3 quality players in. Right?
Shaheen, I get what you're saying, bro. Right, and I'm sorry to interrupt because I'm fuming, right? But do not tell me that squad's not good enough to beat Brentford, right? In fact, I will go out. It is. That team is good enough to beat Brentford. Okay, you got to start laying the blame at the manager's feet at some point.
No, listen, that is a given, right? That is a given. I'm not even talking about it because that's a given, right? But listen, we didn't really lay anything on Brentford today. Bellerin on his own, not a lot. Martinelli, you can say, coming back from Olympics, maybe he's got, you know, Saka not fit. Pepe on his own, not a lot he can do. Lokonga and xhaka first half, not a lot going forward. Smith Rowe poor first half. Second half, he started, you know, turning and playing some passes, but I wasn't expecting us to. I'm not. You see, I'm a lot more relaxed than you because I knew we were going to lose.
Look, right.
I didn't think we'll lose like this. Whereas, before the game, did you see they put some stats, Sky Sport, that said Ben White aerial challenges, he will struggle, right? And I paid attention to this during the game. He wasn't good in here, right? And the long passes that he was playing, it wasn't really accurate. As I said, based on tonight's performance, right, he did not look like a £50 million player. He's got a lot to learn quite quick.
Listen, I'm not going to judge him that quickly. You can look at people like Harry Maguire, who started the season terribly.
This is based on tonight. I said this is based on tonight's performance.
I hear that. Right. Well, look, if you want to break the team down, right, we haven't addressed any of the issues that we've had from last season. Secondly, we could sit there blaming the likes of Bellerin and all of that. But let's look at our forward line, right? Every player we have is a type of player that likes to run in behind. Aubameyang, Martinelli, Bellerin, Pepe. These are guys that want to be slipped in behind, right? We don't have midfielders that think quick enough on the half turn outside of someone like a Smith Rowe. Xhaka, first half, right? Bellerin was clean through. All he had to do was slip him in. Do you know what he did? He turned in and played it out wide. One example there, right? We do not have the midfielders to suit the type of players we have up top. The whole team is just a fucking contradiction in itself right now. It's not making any sense, bro. None of it.
Do you remember we did a show together with Edu?
Yeah.
Right? And I said to you, and this was something that these guys on Sky Sport, they talked about that as well. If somebody asks me, right, what is the plan at Arsenal? What is the system? What's happening? I don't know. I can't answer it. I can't really see anything. Right? I'll give you an example, right? How many times did we cross the ball today? But for who? Yeah. Martinelli is short. Bellerin, short. Smith Rowe, short. They're not really headers on it. They're not the type of players. They're not Giroud. But
it's cross and pray. It's cross and pray. That's what it is. Cross and pray tactics. Do you know what it is? Because the only people that we have are your likes of your Smith Rowes and your Tierney's. It goes out wide to Tierney. We expect Tierney to beat a man, cross it in. But to who? Exactly. You're right. To who? And then what he does later on is he takes off Bellerin, who is probably the only striker we have available, puts Martinelli, who's the only other striker we have available, in the centre, only to take him off 10 minutes later. Like, what is going on? Like, you know what, right? I'm going to say this, and I hope you guys in your chat, like, hit your likes, subscribe if you haven't already, don't freeload, come on and have your say in a bit. We're going to say, like, we're going to have open house, come in and have your say. But look, for me, this team is not as bad as it's looking. If you look at the squad, I think... Prime example, we touched on this before. Lampard had, all right, it's Chelsea. It was a stronger squad, but still, Lampard was having a torrid time with Chelsea. removed him, no nonsense, brought in Tuchel. Suddenly they've won the Champions League and they look a different side. Now, I'm not saying this team's good enough to win the Champions League, but this team is better than it's looking right now, Shaheen. I'm sure of it, right? I mean, you tell me if I'm wrong.
No, I agree with you. And remember, last show we did together, I ended it like this. I said, my advice to the owner and the board will be, if you can't get 3 or 4 quality players in, get rid of Arteta, bring a proper manager in with one quality signing. And listen, based on what I saw tonight, right? All my opinions is about tonight because this is a match reaction based on what I saw tonight, right? Ben White looks short, right? Arteta is even worse than last season, right? And we're going to finish worse than 8th based on what I saw tonight, okay? I'll tell you another thing, right? You take your right back off, right? You've got another right back on the bench, but you bring a backup left back to play in a right back position.
Bro, why are you playing Chambers? He's not good enough.
The only thing is, I said, the only thing that I can think of is that Bellerin was too short for aerial challenges against that guy. That's the only thing I can think of.
Oh yeah, where is he strong?
I want to challenge somebody in the chats to come on here and defend Arteta. I really want to have a debate tonight with somebody that will come on and explain to me what, it's not Arteta's fault or defend him. Because for me, Arteta he should have gone last season, man. And if nothing changes, we're going to see a lot more performances like tonight where everybody's clueless. We're just playing along. And remember, this hate that Granit Xhaka is getting.
Yeah.
Right? Something happened some time ago. Move on. The guy wanted to leave the club twice. Once we begged him to stay, he stayed. Now he wanted to leave again. We asked him to stay and we gave him another contract. So let's open our eyes a little bit. And instead of going after Xhaka, let's go after the people that are not letting him to leave. I understand this whole Roma coming in, bid is short, all of that rubbish, right? But at the end of the day, we're the ones, not we, but there are people at the club, they're not letting him go either.
Well, look, everyone in the chat, get yourselves ready. I think, Shaheen, you've put the link in there. We're going to be doing this soon.
I'm going to put the link now.
Yeah, put the link out there. Now, look, right, for me right now, and I'd love to hear your opinions out there, this team for me is not as bad as it's looking. I'm not saying it's right. There's a lot of places we haven't addressed. You haven't addressed the right back situation. We haven't addressed the attacking midfield situation. For me, I still think we need another centre midfielder and get rid of the likes of your El Nenis and your Torreiras. I still think a goalkeeper. Another thing today, right? Leno's distribution, awful. And let's be honest, yeah, we've been having this. We defended him once or twice last season. The distribution into some of the players where he shouldn't have. He done it in pre-season as well. Cost a goal. Is that why they've been looking at Ramsdale? We touched on the Ramsdale thing, all confused why they were looking at Ramsdale. But then we looked at Ramsdale's stats and they were saying 450 completed long passes to teammates. And that stood out for me as potentially why they're looking at someone like him. But for me, it's just no clear understanding of what's going on with this fucking team right now.
Did you see something else as well, which was quite interesting, right? We could not deal with their press. You see,
because we don't have the technically gifted players.
The fans got involved. Oh, this and that. And all of a sudden, Leno is nervous. Mari is nervous. Everybody else is panicking. Everyone's nervous. Right, listen, guys. I've put the links. I put the link in the chat. So click on it. Come on the StreamYard. Have your say. Make sure you keep it clean, right? And have your say, and then move on. So then everybody, we get.
When you say keep it clean, I've been swearing my ass off these last 10 minutes.
You know what I mean. Keep it clean, but just have your say and move on, so everybody can get
keep it like you can have your say whatever it is you want. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe.
Yeah, make sure you hit the like,
hit those like buttons. I mean, I don't want to be on here trying to get views because we're losing. I'd rather we were on here talking about us winning, and that's genuine. But we got Seb in the house who does articles for us. Seb, how you doing, brother?
Hi, Seb. You all right,
we've got a big letter A in the corner. Alif, where's your camera, bro? Where's your camera, bro? Get your camera on, man. Let's see your face.
No, I'm not in the best of dresses. My hair's a bit messy around.
Man's naked. Man's naked in his house right now. So, all right. So let's go. Shaheen, you decide who goes first, man. Because I'm just fucking.
I think we should, because Seb is a resident writer. We should go with him first. Sorry,
okay, Seb. How you doing, Seb, bro?
Well, not too good after that. I'm just happy to be back on. But appalling, wasn't it? Absolutely appalling.
I mean, where do you think it's gone wrong, and what stood out for you as the areas, and where do you think Arteta's getting it wrong right now? I mean, we haven't got all day, but just give us your points of view, man.
The thing is, the whole team looks so disjointed from front to back, and it's the same old story. We saw it last season, and we've seen it in pre-season. Well, what do you expect when nothing has been addressed? What do you really expect? No creativity. Shaky at the back. It just looks like a disconnection between everything. It's just a whole mess. The striker situation didn't help either. The only one shining light I will say was Smith Rowe. He looked like he actually wanted to do something and actually looked decent. But Lokonga was all right at times. But apart from that, It was just nothing. Brentford looked like they had more energy, more fight, more passion, more everything. It's painful to watch.
Are they playing for this manager right now? Does anyone here actually believe they're playing for Arteta right now?
It doesn't look like it. If you're paying for him, then show it. It clearly does not look like it. Just be happy to just collect a wage and just say, no, I don't think they are. I can't see anything that makes me suggest that they are. Nothing. Pre-season, The same thing, and this is why. Yes, pre-season is to get you fitness and to get you up to match speed. But when you're seeing the same problems that you saw last season in there, what hope does it actually give you going into the season going forward? What hope?
Oh, we were saying this. How many seasons have we gone into a brand new season, unprepared, not fully ready, not addressing the issues that we had from previous, running around last-minute.coms, trying to get players in. We're going to maybe go and get Odegaard. Is that enough? No, I don't think he is. For me, I don't even think he's an AM. I'll keep saying it. He's not a goal-scoring midfielder. For me, he's more like an 8. So then do we need another person? Yes, we do. I mean, the right-back situation, poor. It just goes on and on. But Alif, I'll let you in, bro. Tell me what you've seen and what you think.
Just a quick few points. I won't expand on it too long. It's quite funny how, like, coincidentally, like Lacazette and Aubameyang, both of them at the same time have pulled out from the match, feeling unwell. So I'm thinking, I know there's been a lot of talk about Lacazette potentially having a transfer. I know Aubameyang and Arteta have some issues, I think, personally. So I'm just wondering if there's a bit more to that story there. I just find it.
So you're
very
thinking
odd.
maybe Aubameyang and Lacazette could be out? Is that what you're suggesting?
I think there's more of a chance Lacazette go in, but I just find it coincidental Aubameyang as well at the same time when he's been playing pre-season pretty much. He hasn't had any injury issues, nothing like that. And all of a sudden, he just pulled out from like our season opener. And I think it's really unfair for someone like Balogun, who hasn't been leading our front line at all in pre-season, to put him on such a big stage. As mentioned, it's the first game, full house, Brentford are up for it. The hype is there. Season's back, Premier League. Everyone's watching the Premier League right now. And, you've got this inexperienced striker leading the front line. It's such an awful position to put someone like that in there.
And take him off. Exactly. It's a way you could destroy his confidence, right?
Exactly. But to get to the crux of it, I think straight away, Brentford knew they're going to target that right side of our team. So Chambers continue, like, they know Chambers is not a mobile right back. He's not a mobile player. By his trade, he's actually a centre back.
Yeah.
So when he was on the ball, you could see they were pressurizing him a lot, and he kept on losing the ball a lot. As soon as the ball would go out to him, the Brentford players were on him so quickly, and he just kept on losing. And obviously, lo and behold, the first goal came from that side as well.
Yeah, right hand side again. Right hand side.
And I will admit something here. Like, by the 70th or 65th minute, I'll be on it. I just turned it off. I couldn't watch anymore.
So I won't ask you any questions after 65 minutes, then, man.
It's just ridiculous. Like, I think Mo said this ages ago, and I've become really apathetic to it now. I genuinely don't look forward to Arsenal games anymore. The excitement, butterfly feelings, that nervousness. Arsenal are about to start playing. Let's see what they do. I genuinely cannot be asked. The only time I see Arsenal winning is when I'm playing FIFA. So I'll be honest. Me as a fan, I'm kind of done. I've stopped buying the merchandise. That's my way of protesting. I try not to go to games. I never buy the Arsenal kits anymore at full price. I always buy it when it's like like when it's sort of gone out of season. I buy it then. So that's in a way another kind of form of protesting. So the companies don't get that full retail value of it. Yeah. So I've really despondent now. Like, it's beyond a joke. Every season we knew this right back situation is going to come back to haunt us. It has, and we always knew, like, even Emil Smith-Rowe, he's very experienced.
He's inexperienced, and there's a lot of pressure we're putting on him. Right?
Exactly. He's played a few games, but you cannot, put him in a position where we're relying on him solely to be our creator, to score goals. You can't do that. It's just not possible. We saw the impact on Martin
Alif, we do need to get others in here, bro.
Sorry.
I know, bro. I'm not being rude to you. Yeah, I want to make sure that everyone gets their goal. Yeah, and like, we're all fuming, and I'm sure you could go on about this for ages, brother, man. And I don't want to be rude to you. Yeah, we just want to try and give everyone as much time as we want. But you had some proper points there, and so you said, and Shaheen, you're a bit more ruthless than me on these things. So if you want to just keep it moving, bro, we'll keep it moving. Who do you want to bring on next, bro?
When you say you try to keep it a bit short so everybody have a say. Once you have your thing, then I will take you off so there's a space for everybody to come on. Alif, thank you very much for coming on, man. Much appreciated.
Yeah, man.
Seb as well, brother. You're a resident writer. Again, thank you for coming on. Always good to have you on. So we just have to keep it moving for everybody to have a say. Good to see you, man. Keep those things coming, yeah?
Thank you. So now Seb, keep those articles going, bro, man. Thank you very much, man. I'm sorry we had to cut you short, but we got to get others in. We promised others the chance. So we got man like Marwan, and we got James Thomas in the house. The Marwan, I had to mute you at some point because there seems to be a lot of background noise. So I'm going to give you a shout, bro. But as you can hear, I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's quite hissy, right? Can you hear me?
Is it still hissy?
It's a little.
Go on, man. Have your say.
Bro. Just say your piece, bro. Don't worry about it, man. You're not in the studio. You're at home. Just say your piece, bro. Okay. Just go for it.
First of all, I'm from Egypt.
Big up Egypt, man.
Thank you. I've been watching Arsenal for like 15 years. So
sorry to hear that.
Story of my life. Thanks.
Yeah.
What's your game tonight, man?
Look, I want to say something about Arteta. I found him he was not the right manager at the Villarreal second leg match because he didn't get out the best of the team. It's a semi-final for an European championship, so he didn't get the best out of this team. It's really a good team. It's kind of has this skillful players, slick and swaggy players. You know what I mean? So this is a really good team with high potential, but that's the problem. It's really an experienced team. I heard the commentator tell today there is no captain like from back back days like Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira. These players they give you so much raw and be in the ball. That's what I'm talking about. So Arteta doesn't have the guts to make this team a good team. I think what will be better with Zidane. Zidane is a really attacking profile.
Bro, why would Zidane come to why would Zidane come here right now?
There is no other team there he can go, because all of the teams have a good coach. It's the only team he can go and bring back the Arsenal that as we know. I think it will be interesting for him, but we need 2 creative players to fix our problems. The first one is James Maddison, of course, and Hussam Aouar. Hussam Aouar will bring our midfield back into the creative flexibility. Him
So
and
you
James
think you think we need 2 players in that midfield?
Yes,
not just the one.
yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. All right.
Like Santi Cazorla and Aaron Ramsey back.
Thank you, man. Listen, thanks for coming on. Thank you for your support. Thanks for giving us your thoughts. We have to move on because I know James is
Marwan, big up Egypt, man. Big up Egypt.
Look after yourself, man.
James, look at this man's backdrop. You know, he looks like he's on some R&B video and shit. All right, tell us, bro. What did you see today? And you know, what's the situation in your head?
First of all, thanks guys for having me. I'm from Canada, actually. The match was
okay. Big up Canada.
It wasn't nice, but the truth about it is that I don't really blame Arteta. Arteta came out as I don't.
Ooh. So wait, hold on. We got a defender. Yeah, football podcast.
I'm not really defending him. But my point is, he came out and said he was back. But do you guys actually think Arteta is back?
So what? I defended Arteta when he first come. Shaheen will tell you this. Everyone who watches our stream will tell you this, right? We were hoping for big things. But for me now, I'm looking at it and I'm looking at this team and I think there's more to come from this team than we're getting from this squad. I don't think it's as bad as it's looking like. And I think a better manager will bring more out of it.
Listen, James, the problem with Arteta, right, is not... the problem with Arteta is not him being backed or anything like that. The problem with Arteta is the decisions that he's made. It is that he's supposed to be improving a team. Nothing has improved under Arteta. Today we're putting crosses in for nobody. You know, this comes from manager, right? We're still making mistakes. Okay, that comes from the manager. You know,
and we're not addressing the areas either, are we?
Address any of these issues. That is the problem. A manager will come in and it will improve the team. Mikel Arteta came in. I'll give him his dues. He did improve things a little bit, but that was it. Nothing has improved since. If anything, you know, there is nothing with Arsenal that can be classified as an identity or a plan, or nobody can see, oh, this is what the manager is doing.
So are you guys telling me that, for instance, a Conte will change our stuff? Is that what you're telling me?
I personally think he will. I personally think he'd get more out of what we got. I think he would. You know, like, come on, bro. Do you really think, if you look at that team today, right? Do you think man for man, Brentford's team is better than Arsenal's? I'll ask you that question.
But as a team, they are better than us. I believe that. As a
team, whose job is it to get the team playing, bro?
True, the coach. But
there you go.
But the team we have there, I don't like the team at all. The team is not good at all.
It's his team, bro. Apart from the for quite a long time, and I can't defend him anymore, man.
Even Anthony Conte in his first season with Inter Milan, he struggled. Why? Because he didn't have his players. Remember that?
Yeah, I hear that.
And then second season, what happened? He was back. And what happened to him? He won the league.
Yeah, but listen, this is different, man. You could see something. No, listen, you can see something with the manager. You could see he's building something. There's nothing you can see with Arteta that he's building. Nothing. He's been here for what? He's had 2 or 3 transfer windows. What has he done? He's brought in Willian. He's brought in Cedric Suarez. Can't get a game now.
I don't believe he brought Willian. I think he
was part of the recruitment team. So listen, Mikel Arteta, he was part of the recruitment team. That means he was not just being given a player and was got on with it. He's supposed to improve the team. Today, for the second goal, you've got a player that walks through the defense, goes to stand in front of the keeper, walks through it, right? And he blocks the keeper. Okay? Now, yes, players to a degree need to pick up on this, but the manager would have seen that, listen, these boys, they're good at set pieces, and he should have sorted this. This all comes from the manager. That's why
I personally think Arsenal should get rid of Leno, though. Well,
obviously that's your opinion, brother, and I agree to a certain degree, but it's not. Leno is not the first issue that needs to be addressed right now.
True.
Anyway, Thank you, James, for coming and giving us your
Shaheen,
opinion.
there's people still asking for the link, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to put the link.
Drop that link in there again.
I want people who come in, like James, to give opinion and defend Arteta. I want to see what they've got to say about this, man. But anyway, take it away.
Okay, so who are we going to go with next? Akon Jr., you've been looking to have your say, bro. So let's have you say what you want to say, man. Football podcast, you there? Go, bro.
I'm here.
Okay.
So firstly, I like to say a young saying I used to be told. Arsenal, Arsene Wenger, and R. Kelly have won.
Right. Okay. No, something about R. Kelly, and when I start hearing R. Kelly, I get a little bit uncomfortable. So let's go to Dean, man. Dean looks like he's already ready for bed. He's vexed, but he's got something to say. Tell me what you got to say, bro. What did you see today? What's your thoughts, man?
Oh boy, what can I say? Poor performance all round. I'm not really surprised, but Arteta doesn't really have a clue. If he doesn't have a clue, the players don't have a clue. You know, I can't blame the defense, because at the end of the day, you defend from the front, and we struggled to do that. We ain't got a striker, and Brentford took advantage of that. So, that being said, I don't see him lasting probably a month in this job.
A month, yeah?
Do you know what? It's interesting that Dean says this, because based on what we saw today, right? The next game is what? Chelsea and Man City.
Man City, exactly.
And boy,
and you've just lost to a team that just got promoted. No disrespect to them.
Yeah.
You know
what, Dean? It's a very interesting point. You said, did you see that? I think the centre backs we had, especially Ben White, I think he struggled aerially with every ball that came through with the striker. He was winning all the challenges, and I think Lukaku is going to be looking at that, right?
Yeah,
and he's going to be thinking that's exactly what I'm going to do to this guy.
Yeah,
boy, don't even start me off with that Lukaku, man, because like at the end of the day, he's the sort of striker right now that we don't need against these centre forwards. Yeah, boy. So listen,
one more thing, Leno,
yes, bro.
He has to do better in his box. Twice, he got bullied.
Yeah,
that pissed me off. He got bullied. Layman would never have accepted that. They were hugging up each other like they were lovers.
They were different class of players, though, bro. We used to. This is the profile of players we're bringing in. We could question it from the top all the way down, man. It's just no good. Shut up, Ben Davies, Lee. I can see you there, you Spurs fan. But good to see you anyway. All right, let's move it on. TJ Emerson or who else? Dino, bro.
We're gonna do these things.
I hope you can sleep tonight, Dean, man. I hope you can sleep in that bed tonight, bro.
Cheers, guys.
All right, brother. Shaheen, you pick next, man. Like you do. You go.
James has been here before the other two gentlemen.
Is that James? Is that James, my brother?
It is James, the brother.
My brother, James. Where go on, bro?
Bro.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking done, bro.
You're done. You're blazing one and you're done now. Yeah, man.
I've already taken out all my rage. I don't have no more rage in me. I have a punching bag.
Yeah.
All the rage gone. How the fuck can you lose to Brentford and get bullied? It is fucking embarrassing. And the 2 goals too? Pathetic. No, I'm fed up with this shit. The second goal, you can't even defend a fucking throw-in. A throw-in. I'm so
again from the right-hand side, yeah?
Exactly,
the second goal. Again, right hand side. I like to see how many goals we've conceded in the right hand side from the even from the pre-season games as well.
This is bullshit. I'm fucking Chambers is rubbish. He could fuck off. Mari's rubbish. Leno was even more shit. The only players I saw trying was Smith Rowe, Pepe to an extent.
The only reason I'm calming down right now, James, bro, you know what I'm gonna say in it. It's just your chilled accent. It's relaxing me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Even when you say, just shit, man. But it's chilling me out. So, bro, it is shit though, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. It is.
We've got a super chat from Marwo.
who just says what $4.99. Cheers for that.
He probably doesn't really have anything to say after that performance, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, he's giving us some money just to make us feel a bit better, innit?
Yeah.
Thank you, Malwell.
Yeah, James, man, stick around. We're going to ask somebody else. I think the CFS guy has been here before the other gentleman.
Is he a Chelsea fan?
I'm actually a Chelsea fan.
Come again?
Yeah, I'm actually a Chelsea fan. I'm not here to play, to be honest.
Oh, you're a Chelsea fan?
Yeah.
Go on. What do you want to tell us?
What, you lost?
No. We were actually in the same situation with Lampard, and we were really frustrated. And we signed a lot of players, but it was just not working. So I've been watching Arsenal for the last 6-7 months, and I think it's not just players, to be honest. It's actually a manager, and there is a manager out there who there is a solution. We only had two options: Thomas Tuchel or Nagelsmann, and we choose Thomas Tuchel, right?
Yeah.
You've got a solution. You've got a solution. You have got a manager out there that has worked with this sort of a team. He's called Sergio Conceição from Porto. He is passionate, aggressive, disciplined. He can do something with this team. Listen, we played in Champions League, and we had no issues with facing Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, or any club, even City. The only person that gave us problem was this guy, Sergio Conceição. And listen, he identified our system. And Tuchel was so annoyed with him that he didn't even shake his hand.
So is this where it's going now, bro? We're getting Chelsea fans feeling sorry for us, coming here and telling us what the solution is to that problem. And bro, like, I appreciate it because you've been through something similar, is what you're saying.
Now hoping for our listen, I don't want to see Arsenal so bad that it doesn't feel like a rivalry. Do you get me?
Yeah,
but like it's not end of the world. There is a guy out there speaking himself. I know he can't speak English that much, but that guy is a solution. You need to tell your board that get that guy. He's passionate.
Hopefully they're watching, bro. Hopefully they're watching, yeah. And if they are, let's do this. But I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you coming on, man. Honestly,
good luck with the season, except when you're playing against us.
Listen. Don't feel bad. There is a solution out there. There is.
Thank you. Well, let's hope, bro. Let's hope.
Can I say something?
Thanks, man.
Can I say
something?
All right, brother. Take care. James wants to say something, man, before we go on to TJ Emerson, who's waiting patiently. I can see.
There is a huge fucking difference between our owners and Abramovich.
True say.
Abramovich wants to win. Our owners don't give a fuck about our club. So it's not as simple as, oh yeah, we see any manager, let's go get it. The Cronkies give two fucks. They don't give a shit. Abramovich gives a shit. That's why I don't think we're gonna do anything.
James, that's so true, right? Because I was discussing this earlier with somebody else. Our board, whilst we're like in this situation, they're just gonna keep using us just to fund their own projects, right? And they won't let go of us. They're just gonna drain us dry, man. But I agree with you. But let's see what TJ Emerson has to say. TJ, get your camera.
To TJ, James, listen, James, thank you very much for coming on and giving us your opinion again, man. So keep it up, keep up the support. Come again, brother. Okay?
My brother, James.
My brother.
Sorry, TJ, go on.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yes,
I was just going to say, I don't think Arteta I think Arteta has to go. Like, I'm watching the game and I'm thinking, what is the play style other than doing the pointless crossing? I saw Tierney put in 3 or 4 quality crosses. Nobody was in the middle. We kept crossing when it was clearly not working. I'm thinking, all right, Arteta, change it. He brings on pointless players. What's Reece Nelson going to do that Martinelli can't do? I don't get it. Some of his subs just baffle me. The fact that he changes how he plays every 2 or 3 weeks. When he first came in, it was high pressing, tiki-taka, working in triangles. Then he switched to 3 at the back, just lump it up to Aubameyang. Now I don't even know what we do.
Yeah.
And today,
no one knows.
I don't think, exactly. Yeah, I don't think all of it was Arteta's fault, because I think some of the players today were shocking. I think the only players that were decent, I thought Lokonga was actually very good. Lokonga, Tierney, Smith Rowe. Apart from that, nobody was any good. I thought Pepe was decent. He would have scored.
TJ, if you go out tomorrow and you meet a couple of your friends, and then somebody asks you, what is the plan at Arsenal? Do you know what's the plan?
Try and make as much money as you can.
What's the plan from anywhere? What's the plan from the top? What's the plan? Look at the people we were discussing this the other day that are actually in positions like Edu.
Edu doesn't know. Edu doesn't know the plan.
We've got amateurs or people with very little experience at the wheel of something that should be a Lamborghini, and we've got Uber drivers in there right now. That's what we got. Like, just people that could jump in. Oh, give him a job. I just don't know what's going on under the bonnet of this car right now. It is just a joke. But look, we got some more people coming in as well.
Oh man, TJ, thank you very much for coming on and giving us your opinion, man. And make sure you do it more often. And it's great having you on.
TJ, top boy, man. Thank you. Wait, listen. Hold on. Before we go on any further, hit your likes. Subscribe if you haven't already. Now, there's people in here saying they're struggling with getting on, right? There's a link there. You just click the link where it says streamyard.com. You'll see it there. It brings you into the studio. We bring you on. Hus, I know you're trying to get on, bro. Just click the link. Yeah, Greeny Man TV. Click the link. Let's bring some more people in, man.
You got Sting, and then you got the old Flo Zanelli who's going to come in and have another go at Arteta. Go on.
Blow the bomb.
The thing has been waiting patiently, so why don't you have your say first, brother?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, man. I'm from Atlanta, and I've been following Arsenal since I was in Ireland since 1997, and around that time is when Arsenal were really, really good.
Yeah, good times, man. Good times.
Yeah, but clearly the problem seems to be Arteta. I mean, think about it. What happened over the summer? There was Arteta wanted some of these players to kind of stay back, and few people, like for example, Xhaka wanted out. He wanted to leave. Then we have our what's the Brazilian guy? He left. He said, if you kind of look at his comments, our fullback, he left. He didn't want to stay here. So there's a lot of players in the team that don't want to play for Arteta. I mean, he's absolutely.
So you think they're not playing for him? That's what you're saying.
They're not playing for him, and they probably see through it. They probably see through Arteta's game. They probably see through his.
Or maybe they've lost faith in his game. Maybe they initially thought it was working, but then they've started to look at things. He's playing players that shouldn't be playing, in my opinion. He's dropped players that he should be keeping. He's let people like Saliba go and others go, but then he's keeping the likes of Chambers and El Neni and people like that and the people that aren't performing. Maybe they're just looking at it and they've lost faith in him.
They have lost faith in him, and that's what it kind of shows. That today's performance was so disheartening. He said he needed a full season. He needed a full preseason. He got a full preseason. The problem was Tierney was passing in, and there was no one to receive all his crosses. It was, and our defense was the worst. I mean, they were running over our defense left and right without any problems. And you watched the chance that they actually didn't score on. We had 3 defenders on that guy, and he just passed us. And they were just waiting for something to happen. And you look at what happened to.
We said this in pre-season as well. If you looked at the Spurs and Chelsea games, they should have scored more goals. Chelsea should have scored 3 or 4 at least.
Absolutely.
And Spurs should have scored a couple too. Go on, Shaheen.
Anyway, man, Singh, thank you very much for coming on and having your say, man. We really appreciate the support and your time to be here. All the best.
We're doing this every week as well. Every Friday we're here. So keep coming back, bro, because I'm sure it's going to be a roller coaster ride, boys. There he is. There he is. He's about to drop a bomb.
Make it good. Go on.
First of all, how are we, lads?
It's all right.
There we go.
Flo,
don't hold back. Just give it to us, man. Go, bro.
First of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to apologise to absolutely fucking nobody. I told you from day one. Arteta out, baby. Look, boys, look. What's one thing that Arteta was saying about last season when this COVID interruption and everything? Oh, I need a full pre-season so I can, the players can get him in shape and everything else. Guess what? We all know that we need players, but he's brought in 3 players. He's had a pre-season. What have you guys seen that he's implemented into the Arsenal team from last season and when he first took over? Nothing. Brentford were on the ball the first second. They were pressing. They were ready for the game. Arsenal had a pre-season. Come round 1, we are not ready. We looked lackluster. It was walking pace. It was very lethargic. And that, for me, comes down to the manager. And even Arteta came out and said, even though we have the same players, we know that we need to get rid of the likes of, some people don't like xhaka, fair enough. I think, personally, he doesn't suit the Premier League for me. He's too slow. He's more of a Serie A, Bundesliga, where his pace is slower. Mm-hmm. So Arteta is not a coach. He's a manager and a coach. So him and Ed have been working on this master plan about, and Arteta came out himself and said, we know we've been working on this transfer list the whole season. We know what we need to do to bring in the players. And we've gone into the last probably 2 and a bit weeks of the transfer window left. And we've only signed, let's be honest, we've only signed 1 player that's going to improve, that's looking to improve our starting 11. We have signed players. We have signed players that have improved the squad overall.
Who's that, Flo?
Ben White. Then
do you think based on what we saw tonight, do you think he's going to improve us?
No, but I personally haven't seen much of him. 50 million price tag, fair enough. English player, whatever, English tax. He's got potential, but he's the only signing that I see so far that has come in to be his name, the first name on the team sheet as a starting 11 player. Sambi Lukongu, young squad player. Bruno Tavares, young player, squad player, back up to Tierney. Have we really improved our starting 11? No. And for me, that comes down to Arteta, because Arteta is in charge with Edu about recruiting the players and keeping the players that he wants. Roma, sometimes, look, my brother's in real estate, and sometimes the first offer is your best offer. Roma probably gave us a low ball offer with Xhaka, but guess what? He's been here, over 4 or 5 years? Yeah, he hasn't delivered. Sometimes it's best to cut your losses. Take what you can get and move on and bring someone else.
How many losses are we going to cut, though, bro? Willian, money down the drain, never getting back. Luiz, money down the drain, never getting back. This is part of the problem, though. All this deadwood we can't get rid of. We paid way over the odds for, and no one wants now. Yeah, so we've got to stop at some point.
They brought him in. Guess what? You got to get rid of him. It doesn't mean that you're going to recoup the money. Have a look at Chelsea. Have a look at Liverpool. Have a look even
They've got owners that are willing to invest, though, Mo. They've got owners that are willing to back the club. Have we? And also, likes of Liverpool had players that they could have sold for 120 million, 130. When was the last time we had a player like that, Mo? Flo, sorry. How many? How many have we had?
We haven't had many, but have a look. We've got rid of Willock for 25 million plus add-ons. So 25 million. If you would have got rid of Xhaka for probably 13 million or 12 million, whatever it was, that money keeps piling up. And with the money that Arsenal have spent to 78 million, 80 million, I guarantee you that money hasn't been well spent. Because I agree. With 80 million, fair enough, Ben White, 50 million defender, to bring him in because he can play out from the back and he can see Arteta's way of playing. But for that extra 30 million that's left over to make your budget 80 million, I'll be like, we can sacrifice not bringing Nuno Tavares in, but guess what? I would have gone out there and got a central midfielder for that money, and I would have been happy because you would have fixed your midfield with 1 player. So I'd rather spend money, 80 million, on 2 players to improve my starting 11 than spend 80 million to improve my overall squad. Because overall squad, we don't need as much players because we're not in Europe. We don't have European football to distract us. All we have is the league and domestic cups. So you don't need to rotate your squad as much.
Yeah, listen, we could have easily improved this squad. Like, I would have gone Basuma, get rid of El Neni and Torreira, right? Get a Basuma in. I personally think we need another one. I think we need an attacking midfielder. I would have preferred Max Aarons or Baku than Bellerin. That's easily doable. Do you know what I mean? It can be done. I don't know what's going on at board level, mate. I don't know what's going on at board level.
Do you know what Mikel Arteta just said in his press conference? I was just listening to that.
Hit us.
No, he said we struggled to deal with the long balls. We struggled to deal with everything in the air. We had no threats up front. There was no excuses that we're missing players, that we were putting the ball in the right places, but there was nobody to finish it. That's what he said.
Well, guess
Right,
what, Arteta? You had the whole of preseason to work that out. We knew that Brentford were going to come into the league. They were going to be physical. They were going to throw long balls in because they're a newly promoted side. They know that Arsenal's weakness is aerial threat, physicality. That's been Arsenal's sort of DNA in the last 10, 15 years. Teams have worked us out. And that's why when these Arteta Rim fans saying, give him time, fair enough. He's had time. What have you seen? It's there, boys. It's in front of your eyes. Open it up.
Yeah. No. Listen, look, Flo, I'm agreeing with you. We gave him his chance. We try to be fair, bro. Right? We gave him his chance, yeah. And now he's making repetitive mistakes that are inexcusable. And on top of that, the people, the cronkies are bringing in like Edu and people like that who are clearly not fit for purpose. And man's on holiday, and we're struggling here. So listen, I don't know what's going on.
Flo, just before you go, I just want to ask you something. Realistically, how long do you think he will last?
I'll tell you what, we got Chelsea and City coming up. So them 2 games plus the one we've just lost, I guarantee you, going into the 4th game, we'll be 0-3, boys.
9 points down. 9 points down. How can you defend that?
We'll be at the bottom of the table in the league coming in the last 3. For me personally, you know what's going to happen? My crystal ball vision here. We lost to Brentford, and guess what's going to happen? There's been a bit of rumour going around in the last 24, 48 hours that Real Madrid look if a good offer comes in for Odegaard, Arsenal's ready to pounce. Guess what's going to happen now, boys? Joe Willock's gone to Newcastle, 25 million. Guarantee you, money, you can take this to the bank. Arsenal, sign Odegaard, sign Noah, and guess what? Everyone is all hunky-dory again. Everyone is all and well at Arsenal, boys. All the fans.
I'm not confident we're going to sign 2 more.
All the fans are going to be blindsided, and they're going to say, you know what? It's been a good window. But guess what? It hasn't been a good window. We need a right back. We need a keeper. To be honest, I would have kept Saliba in this season because we have no European football.
100%.
And I would have played Saliba and Gabriel this season. Give him that full 38 games that what Arteta's looking for him to get experience instead of spending 50 million on Ben White, who I think is probably in the same level as Saliba. Because guess what? He played for Brighton. I personally haven't seen much of Ben White. But, you know, he's young, he's English, a bit of hype around him. But guess what? After watching him tonight, mate, he did not do one thing to improve our defense. And this so-called myth about Arteta improving our defense, and since December, we're second in the league, fucking bullshit.
There's people in the chats, Flo, right, saying, "Oh, it's all the Arsenal channels having meltdowns and relax, guys. It's only the first game." I'll tell you why I'm pissed off.
Not the first game left.
I'll tell you why I'm pissed off.
10 years of the first game.
We have seen this repetitive season after season. This ain't about this season, guys, in the chat. Yeah, this is about seeing the same shit every year, and we know it's coming. And every year we're not ready when the season starts. We've started again with a makeshift team. We haven't addressed the issues in the transfer window. We hear all this stuff about being excited, and then we go and do things that are really underwhelming. And for me, even if we go and get Odegaard, and don't get me wrong, I think he's a good player. For me, he's not an out-and-out AM. He's not going to get you goals. He's more of a dictating sort of a conductor of a midfielder. We need somebody else next to him. You need a Maddison and a flipping Odegaard, in my opinion. Minimums. Yeah. And the right back situation, we're going in with Chambers, Bellerin, and Cedric. None of them fit for purpose. And probably out of those 3, Cedric's the best one. And he's nowhere to be seen. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Lev, just to answer your question before I go, mate.
Yes, brother.
How long will Arteta... Shane, to answer your question, bro, of how long he'll be here before he's gone. I think Arteta will be lucky to last till December, but the maximum will be probably December. And after looking the preseason and the Brentford game, I have seen no improvement. And this all comes down to we all know we have issues in the board level and our transfer, Edu and all these people are getting in the transfers. But judge Arteta for his coaching and his managerial skills. And for me, it's been below par. And it's been proved that, guess what? He's a rookie and he's been exposed and he can't learn on the job at a club like Arsenal. Go learn on the job in a bottom team or mid-table team. And for me, when we signed Arteta, you tell me his credentials for coming to Arsenal. What? Just because Pep Guardiola said, yeah, he's going to be a great manager, based on a recommendation, for me, we have bigger issues. But we know it's going to be hard to get Stan Kroenke out. I am with Turkish on his March to get rid of.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all are, man.
But it's very hard to get rid of a billionaire, mate.
Yeah, he's
So
elite.
we have to focus on the likes of Edu, the likes of Arteta, which we can apply pressure. We can apply pressure to get them out because what we see is not good enough. So, boys, I'll leave you with that. Something to
Flo, and in your defense, bro, you've been saying this since day dot, man. So respect to you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Flo.
Yeah.
Hey, boys, not everyone's blessed with the eyesight that I am, boys.
Oi, see you next Friday, yeah, or next Saturday, next game.
Hopefully,
yeah.
Inshallah.
Just before the support of
super clean. That's harsh, by the way. Yeah, go on.
Just what he says in the support of what Flo says. I think Chelsea. You got Chelsea, Man City, and then you got I think Norwich or a cup game, and then you got Tottenham. Now, if Arsenal are in a bad place, we're playing against Tottenham, and he loses that game, I think that might be the time that he might be under so much pressure that they'll pull the trigger on him. Yeah. But anyway, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, and also one more thing, boys. Last season had it easy the last 2 seasons with no fans in the crowd. This season, there's no hiding. There's no hiding. He will feel the wrath of the fans. If he doesn't, if we lose the next home game and get a spanking from Chelsea or whoever we play home next, guess what? The crowd, the whole Emirates, whatever the capacity is, will be booing Arteta. And guess what? This will send shockwaves, mate. So, boys, thank you for the opportunity coming on. And
next one, yeah, next one.
Work.
Come back again, yeah.
Pick up all the great work you guys are doing, and take
Peace
care
out.
from
Peace
Melbourne,
out.
Australia. Have fun, boys.
G'day, mate. Right, who we got next, man? He was passionate, boy. He weren't messing around.
For a while now.
Yeah, go on, Anwar Osman. Let's see what you have to say.
Yourself, bro. Go on, Anwar.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. We can't see you, but we can hear you loud and clear. If you got a camera, put it on. If not, just tell us what you want to tell us, bro.
Yeah, my camera's not working. I tried to put it on.
That old chestnut. Yeah, go, bro.
What's your thoughts on tonight?
Yeah, so the first thing I'd say is that what Lev was saying, like we've seen this all before. Like we started the season with the same team that we finished 8th with twice. To me, I'm not surprised because we knew that this team struggles to create chances.
Yeah.
So, and it was the same thing again today. We lost 2-0. Our midfield had no control of the game. We couldn't make any chances. It's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're using the same, we've all said it. Xhaka is a talented footballer. We're not saying he's not, but he's not made for the Prem. There's loads of times where we need a quick ball in to one of those, like Balogun. I said it again earlier on. He was clean through in the first half. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it back. He was making a run. Instead, he turned away from him and put it out wide. Yeah.
What about when Martinelli had the ball in that?
Yeah. It was just crazy. Like, I don't understand it, bro. I don't understand it, man. Sorry to you.
How long do you think Arteta will last, Anwar?
I don't think the club sort of has the cojones to sack him so early. That's what I'm worried about. You don't trust the manager, you don't trust the players, you don't trust the people in charge. It's like everything in this club is rotten to the core.
It's gone mad. It's mad. You're right. It is rotten to the core, and it's all since the Cronkies took over. Every acquisition from up there downwards is terrible. Like, what ones have stuck? Even our physio went a couple of weeks ago. The one that everyone was bigging up and saying, "Oh, he's not messing around." He's gone. What? Who's stuck?
Yeah, we need to be recruiting a whole lot. Yeah, go on.
And what? Just sorry to interrupt you. I just want to say there's a lot of people watching the show, and I don't want to go on about subscribing and like and all of that, but I want to get somebody who would come and offer a different point of view. I want somebody to come in and defend the club. And I don't want to go on and about Arteta. I want somebody to come and defend the club, defend this. I want one of these people who always says, trust the process. I want
someone who could come, or someone to come and tell us there's something.
I'd like to have a debate. We're not going to have we're not going to have a fight, but we're just going to have a debate on what is it that you see that I personally am not seeing. So please, if somebody is in the chat that you've got that view, come on and we'll have a debate. Sorry, Anwar.
It'll be Arteta. Arteta's coming on.
I mean, I was actually going to say, initially I was thinking, it's the Cronkies, they're appointing the wrong people in charge. But at this point, can you even blame the Cronkies? Because Arteta's saying that he's being backed. And it's not like he's not spending money. So far, he spent £72 million. I'm hearing that we're linked to Odegaard with all due respect. He came in January. I'm not going to say he's a bad player because he could be a good player, but he scored 2 goals and 2 assists in 20 appearances, and he made I think it was 1 big chance. Like, I feel like sometimes fans kid themselves into thinking that these caliber players are good enough to play for Arsenal. Like I said, I'm not saying he's a bad player, but like he didn't really solve our creative problems, and I don't want fans to get ahead of themselves and saying like, oh, you just signed Odegaard for the sake of it, because it's such an Arsenal move. Like right now, I can just see us going panic signing Odegaard and Tammy Abraham. 5 years ago, I think it was, we signed Danny Welbeck. Where's the improvement? Tammy Abraham is literally the modern day Danny Welbeck, in my opinion.
And do you remember the last minute signing of Arteta when we got
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like we've seen this
sideways midfielders, sideways. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's the same shit. It's on repeat on a daily. That's what it is. Every year we are on repeat. It's Groundhog fucking Day. That's what it is, man.
Anwar, thank you for coming on and giving us your thoughts, man.
Thank you, Anwar, man.
Your support and your time.
And
no problem, man. Have a good night and
come back. Yeah, we're gonna do this every week, man. Isaac, where are you?
Hi,
is
guys.
it Isaac?
Hello?
Yes, brother.
Yeah, it's Isaac. How are you guys?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, very good, man. You?
Do you hear me well?
Yeah, man.
So first of all, like guys, I'm from Algeria. Okay, so I'm
big up Algeria, man.
Thank you, guys. So there is a lot of Arsenal fans here. A lot of my friends who are like Arsenal fans, also Chelsea fans here. Like we just watched with my Chelsea fan friends, the game. And first of all, like I want to speak about the big problem of Arsenal. Like the game, we don't see like players who have a desire to play. They just play for they're just playing for money, or there is not a structure about this manager. Like they don't have like character. You don't see player who want to fight for his club. And also Arteta, like for me, is a crazy manager. He's just like he speaks like a politician. He's good with media, and the country they like that, so that's why they keeping him and back him.
Well, I mean, some say he's a puppet, and that's what he's there for.
He's a yes man. I called him Isaac. I called him when Lev about a long time ago. I said he's a yes man. He's been here. He's got an opportunity that he wouldn't normally have. So he's in a dream job. He's managing one of the biggest clubs in the world. Yes, So if they're going to tell him something, he's not going to come and go against them. He's got a lovely job, comfortable, good pay, not a lot of pressure. So he's not really going to go against the board. So that's what you call a yes man.
Yeah, exactly. And also, like I think Arteta has like a big future of managing. We saw that when we won our FA Cup. Like he wants to play in a certain way, but he don't have the players to play the way that he wants. And second thing, like if you know that your player don't play like you want, like you need to change it. You need to play you need to manage the way that your players play. He just want to put his philosophy in the stadium. He don't care about if the player is good or not good. And the players made a lot of mistakes. If you see our second goal, he's from set pieces, and we can see a lot of goals from set pieces, and that's like make me crazy.
Isaac, right on that point, yeah. And someone's made a really good point here, Sheen. I want to bring it up, yeah. Arsenal bought the wrong Brighton defender.
Exactly, done.
Right?
Yeah,
done. You've got problems with set pieces in the air,
exactly.
Right? I've always been saying, why don't we go and get a Luiz Dunk? Right? Why don't we go and get Dunk? Right?
Exactly.
Instead, we go and get a short ball playing centre back. It's madness.
Yeah, and also the second thing, I think that sometimes Arteta, like he knows, like we all see that he don't manage like the way that we want. Like if we see a team who plays high, he still want to start the ball from behind, from Leno and from the defenders, right?
And he doesn't have a ball playing goalkeeper.
Exactly,
he's not good at it.
We sold Martinez for 20 millions, and he bring like Ramsdale for 30. He want to bring Ramsdale for 30 millions, and he's like really bad. I saw like Sheffield last year, like I saw all the PL games last year, and like there's no sense.
And let's not forget about Runarsson. What the hell was that?
Yeah, I forget that guy. Like, what
the hell was Runarsson?
That's
crazy, man.
But
Isaac, just before we say goodbye to you, I want to ask you something. Do you think if we had Saliba and Guendouzi in a lineup tonight, it would have been a better performance.
It will be the same. Like for me, even if we got like Van Dijk and Henderson, or I think the problem is the manager. It's not the player for me. Like there's like better manager. There's.
So you definitely the manager is an issue.
Yeah,
for you.
It's not the player now. Like with Emery, we were better.
Oh man,
Like,
this is
point of
sad.
view.
This is sad, Isaac. Listen,
Like-
brother, listen, I've got to keep it moving, but bro, please come
no
back. We're
problem.
doing this.
Thank
We're
you,
doing
guys.
this
Yeah, no
every
problem.
week, brother. Yeah, Algeria,
Okay.
big up. Yeah, and
Thank
listen,
you.
Thank you. Look
guys,
after yourself.
guys, I'd like to hear, right? Do you think this team is as bad as it's performing, or do you think another manager will get more out of this squad? I know what I think. Let us know. We go on to Mustafa Mohammed. Is that
How's
right,
it going,
Mustafa?
guys?
Yes,
Yeah,
brother.
very
How
good.
you
You?
doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Made a great decision in terms of not watching the game and going football. So,
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
I do
man.
that sometimes, Mustafa.
well, bro, you know what it is? I go to a lot of the games usually. So I kind of know what I'm missing out on, but clearly didn't miss out on anything.
Yeah.
Just saw the same old. Didn't expect anything different. I don't know if anyone else did, which is why I'm not really upset.
Yeah, but listen, it's the same as I said before. We see this shit on repeat. If you go to that stadium every season, like I've been doing, it's on repeat,
Bro, and the worst thing is, obviously we're paying for it. I'm at Chelsea next week, and I'm at Norwich the week after. So I guess obviously it's going to be the same again. And,
Listen, Mustafa, you're going to be in the stadium, right? If we lose 2 or 3-0 to Chelsea, right? Would you show your frustration towards the manager?
100%.
Or
That's the
you would
only
hold
reason
it
I'm
down
going.
for them?
110%. I feel like it's at a point now where we have to do that because we're not being heard online. Cool. The only place I'm going to be heard is in the ground. And that will definitely get him gone, like it got Emery gone and like it got Wenger gone. That's the only reason I'm attending these games this season, because I genuinely am not going there for the football, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't see a style of play. So what else is there to actually go for?
No, it's very interesting you say this, Mustafa, because I think Mikel Arteta is going to understand soon the power of fans. I think Emirates is a big stadium, and you cannot go on a bad run. You keep losing and turn up, and it's going to be okay. Last season it was different because there was no fans. There was no he could have. They were there. Poor performance, mistakes, and there was nothing in their ear. They were not hearing anything. It was just on social media, and it's easier to block social media than fans in the stadium.
Yeah.
But this time around, we've got Chelsea, Man City, I think Norwich, and then Tottenham. Right? So if we lose to Chelsea, Man City, even if we beat Norwich and then lose to Tottenham, he's going to be under huge pressure.
He's under pressure now. Have you guys seen his his video? Well, not video, but like
yeah. You talking about his press conference? I think Shaheen was touching on that.
So they asked him what was wrong. Like, is it because aubameyang wasn't there and whatnot? And he was like, "Oh, no excuses. I don't want to hide." But it's funny that you're saying that in front of these cameras, but every other press conference when you're being asked questions, he's ducking and diving. He's not answering.
Yeah, he ducked
so which one is it?
The Sun reporter's question, the other day in the pre-match.
This is what I'm saying. Though. I don't understand.
The lady, I think Gail something.
Yeah, it was Gail. Yeah,
it was this guy.
I don't understand with this guy because one time he's talking about obviously not hiding and accepting everything and whatnot. But then when you're being asked questions that people are trying to hold you accountable for, you're not answering. You're dodging and deflecting worse than Theresa May. So I don't get it with this guy. I genuinely frustrated.
Not like Villa. The Villa guy came out and he was honest up front with his Listen, this board and everything, they've distanced themselves from the fans. The fans and the board and the club are becoming more and more distant. Yeah, no one knows what's really going on. They don't feed back any sort of anything to us. We don't know what's going on, what the actual plan is, what the style is, what's actually being done. No one.
I don't
knows
even think they know. And the thing is, right? Let's say they do sack him. So do you think they're gonna back the next guy that comes in? Absolutely.
Man, they're
not.
the ones bringing in these dodgy guys, man, and they've got to take ownership at some point, brother, man. It's like this is too much. Hit the like buttons and subscribe as well, people. Don't freeload.
Yeah, Mustafa.
Yes, brother.
Thank you for coming on, brother. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for giving us your time. We have to move on, obviously.
And bro, come back. Yeah, we're doing this every week after every game. You guys on here, keep coming back. We want to build this up, man. Yes, brother.
100%.
Peace out, bro. Adnan Ali with your sideways Arsenal badge. Wagwan. Are you there? Adnan? No.
Go on.
Right. Listen, I don't know if there's anyone else there. We've been going at this for over an hour.
So should we just summarize and then wrap it up left?
Bruv, listen, as far as I'm concerned, Shaheen, and I'm sure you're going to want to say your bit as well. This is something we've all seen coming. For the last few weeks, me and you, particularly Shaheen, we've been talking about this. For the last few weeks, we've been looking at this and going, this isn't good enough. We haven't addressed anything. Where are these players that we're meant to be getting? What's all this hype that we've been hearing? I mean, every year we hear about a war chest. This year we heard about 250. But then I'm hearing we're struggling for money. So what is going on at our club is what I want to know. Why are we making bad mistakes, bringing in the wrong type of players? Why are we suggesting? We can all see we've got issues with crosses and set pieces, our right back, our centre midfield. We are fans. We're just normal, everyday working fans, and we can see what's going on and what's going wrong. Why are these guys who are paid hundreds of thousands a week, millions a week, making these mistakes? I don't understand it, bro. I really don't, man. I just don't see where this club's going.
Just hearing you saying these things right now, I'm a bit bored of it, to be honest with you, because
cheers, man. So am I.
No, it's not you, but we've been saying this from the defeat to Villarreal last season.
Well, way back, more than that, man. We've been saying this every season.
No, but seriously, like we started to seriously question everything, and nothing has changed. Listen, I hope if there is something that will come out of today positive, would be that these guys will now start to get into motion about getting players in, because you can see we're short. This is a team that has just come up from the Championship, right? We should be going out there and putting a good performance, a confident performance, and win. We've gone out there, we were bullied off the ball. Our centre backs. Ben White, as I said, tonight, based on tonight's performance, right, does not look like a £50 million player at all, right? Pablo
it's a bit
Mario,
soon to judge, though, isn't it, really, with Ben White, right?
I'm sorry, Lev, but you go out there, right? You keep saying this. I don't know why you keep saying this, because you've gone out there, you spend £50 million on a guy that you've identified that is going to come in and improve your defense. Right, David Luiz would have done better than him tonight.
Do you think Dunk would have been the better signing? A big, tall Premiership centre back. No,
I'll go back to the point, because you keep saying, it's judging. No, you've come in here. You already know Premier League, right? You've got a big price tag on you. You've been scouted as a player who's going to come and make a difference. I said this before, that Ben White does not have a honeymoon period at Arsenal Football Club. It doesn't exist. He needs to perform now. And from what I saw today, right, the same thing is going to happen with Lukaku next week. He's going to bully him off the ball again. Aerial challenges is going to be a problem, right? And our defense is worse than last season.
We could be 9 points down, 3 games in.
We will be 9 points down.
Look, this guy here has said, right, Sean, right? I know he's saying, he was basically saying it's not our club anymore. 100%. I don't see this as Arsenal anymore, bro. I don't recognize what I'm looking at right now. This is the Walmart Nuggets. That's what we keep saying. This is the Cronkies Arsenal.
And you know what? I don't think it's a great idea to go and spend £40 million on Martin Odegaard, because I didn't see a lot of him 6 months. Like, it was here for me to say, this guy, we need to go and get him.
There's two more people in there. Should we get him on quickly? Should we try Adnan again? Let's try Adnan and Mo Master. I'll give these two guys, right, you've got a couple of minutes, yeah? So I'm going to give Adnan. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you?
Okay, bro. Right, you come on earlier. We couldn't hear you. So
yeah, sorry.
You make it quick, bro. Tell us what you want to tell us.
Yeah, it was just absolutely disappointing today. You know, what kind of start is that to a season? If we're going to play like that all season, we may as well get relegated. It's absolute shambles, and it's been like that for years. And I think one of you guys said before something about if someone could try to defend the club and their like thought processes at the moment, but we've had the same crap for years now. I remember before when we had Gazidis, I used to hear things about, it's going to be a catalyst for change. We've had Josh Kroenke saying things like, be excited and trust the process. how can we trust the process and all these things? And they keep feeding us bullshit basically, and we can't progress with it.
Yeah, man.
It's the same thing every season.
And we're paying through the nose for it as well, Adnan.
Yeah, it's like the smoke screen, you know, like we fall for it as well, which is the worst thing. But I think another key thing we need to consider now is like, look at this season. We had Aston Villa. They had the audacity to put in 3 bids for one of our best players because they feel like they're on the same level field.
We're losing respect. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we lost a player out to them with Buendia. We wanted Buendia, but they beat us to it. They beat us to buying a player like Buendia. And that's
when we all needed a player like that. We needed a player like that. Why?
Exactly. Yeah, and we couldn't get it. We couldn't even get a guy who'd just been promoted from the Championship, and we lost out to Aston Villa. That is really bad. And then if you look at it, like we bought a player from Brighton, but for me, we bought the wrong player. We should have bought Bissouma from Brighton. I don't know why.
Yeah, Bissouma as well, man. 100%. I'm a massive fan.
Yeah, last season our biggest problem was we didn't convert any chances. We were absolutely a shambles up front. We had no creativity, nothing. And you know what? We haven't even addressed a little bit of it.
And we still got the same right backs going into the season as well. Like,
Exactly.
what is going on? Adnan, bro, we're running short on time, brother. But listen, you made some great points, and I want you back, man. Keep coming back, yeah? We're going to do this. Yeah, brother. You do that,
big respect, guys. Yeah.
Big up, Adnan. Thank you for your points. I'll give Mo Master 4 one last goal. Mo Master 4, are you there? Mo Master 4, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, brother. Yes, I can hear you.
Yes,
You've
I'm
got
here.
a very short
Can you
amount
hear
of time. Tell us. Yes, bro. We can hear you. Tell us what you want to say, man. You got a minute. Go.
Okay.
No?
I'm just wondering, what do you think about the full stadiums?
What do you mean? What do we think about them? As in what sense?
The influence on the game with the full stadiums. Don't you think the players need to adapt to it again? Like in the Euro.
You know what? Come on, man. You should be excited. You should be excited, no, Mo. Isn't that what your
No,
professional
I am
football
excited.
for?
I'm talking.
No,
I'm
no,
talking-
but not you. I'm saying, as a player, you go to the games. This is what you want to be a professional footballer for. The excitement, the fans, the atmosphere. You can't. Surely that would make you want to play more. No?
Yes.
Yeah, brother, man. It's like this. If you can't
I
play,
understand, but I think they need to.
Bro, I think you've got a really bad connection, man. I'm sorry, I have to take you off. But because we were just concluding to wrap things up anyway, because we had so many people on.
Yeah,
and
man.
we're about 1 hour and 15 minutes. So
yeah, bro. I know, Shaheen. That's my fault, man. That's my fault.
No, it's all right. But it's just that we don't normally do shows here not longer than that. Tonight we thought we'd get a lot of people on, and I'm sorry your connection was bad. And Matthew, I think it says device not connection. So hopefully we can get you on next time, brother. But yeah, as I was saying to you, Lev, it's the same things with Arsenal over and over again. But for me, the worrying thing is the fact that we went to Brentford, our defenders got bullied. We didn't really offer anything up front. I know that. Aubameyang and Lacazette they were ill, they were not about. So I understand that from that point of view. If Thomas Partey doesn't play, our midfield looks short. And I think, I don't know if you agree with me or not, we're actually worse than last season.
Look, we had a scare last season, and for me that should have been enough to turn around and say, you know what, we need to really make some moves, right? And what they should have done if they were really serious, Shaheen, is gone out, got someone big name like a Maddison first, and then a Bissouma, and made all these other players who are looking at their next club where they where to go, you know what, Arsenal look like they're serious this season. Oh, they've just gonna got Ben White. Oh, they've got this, but we haven't. We've faffed around again. We've won and got Ben White. Then we were talking Lukonga, who looks like a good player, but he's not meant to be the finished article, and he's already starting for us. Same like when we got Guendouzi. The same bullshit every year, and I'm just sick of it now. So until I see my club, I'm going to call them the warm-up Nuggets. I'm done with them, man. Like, come on. This is not Arsenal. This is the Cronkies club, man. This is a joke. So they've turned us into the Walmart Nuggets. And until things change, like Nuggets, we're going to get battered. It's as simple as that. I'm done with it, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, as I said to you, I'm not really angry tonight because I expected us to lose. I didn't expect us to win. I thought best case would have been a draw. So I'm not really angry. I'm just disappointed that if I am seeing these issues, right? Why is it that people in the club are not seeing these issues? Why is it that they work with these players every day in the training, right?
There's something wrong.
They think we're ready.
There's something wrong, Shaheen. They're not telling us. I'm telling you, there's something these guys are not telling us. Not all is what it seems, man.
Yeah, well,
we've got the name of the Arsenal, we've got the glitz and glam, but something's not going on right. Something's not right in the club, in our club. And like this all or nothing thing, I don't even think we're going to get to the crux of it. I don't even think they'll talk. And look, there's more people coming in, bro. Like, oh man,
well, guys, we said we're not going to have anybody on anymore but you should have come in earlier. We've been going now for 1 hour and a half. So, but come next time, because after each game, we're going to have this show where you can come on and have your say. So
yes,
next time a bit earlier. He said it's about 11:20 as well.
If you wasn't here, Shaheen, I'd be stupidly being stuck here, man. You know what I'm like, so I'm glad you're with me, bro.
Yeah, no, next time, man. Next time we get them on, come a bit earlier,
please, man.
But yeah, thanks for everybody who come on and give us their thoughts. It's difficult. It's a poor result, very, very bad. It does not reflect good at Arsenal Football Club at all. Going away to a team that has not been in the Premier League for 75 years and you lose 2-0.
Man, if any club's going to do it, it's us. If someone hasn't scored for 20 games, they'll score against us. Do you know what I mean? If a team hasn't won in 20 games, they'll beat us. That's what happens. This is who we've become. We're spineless right now, man. Yeah. I want my club back. And right now, this ain't my club, man. So should we sign this out? Because I just want to go and just...
Yeah. Anyway, thanks, guys, for coming on. Have a good night, everybody. And hopefully next time they'll surprise us with a win.
So this is us signing off. This is the Arsenal Lounge. They're the Walmart Nuggets. We're out of here. Peace.